Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's video is actually going to be a how-to on how to make your very own eyeshadow primer. Now you're going to need 5 things, and the first thing you're going to need is a flat surface. Now here I'm just using a Tupperware lid, but feel free to use a plate, you know, like I don't know, some people have like tops of jars that they can use, just something small that you can use to mix around. The second thing that you're going to need is your mixer. Now this is e.l.f.'s smudge brush. I didn't like the brush, so I kept it for a mixer, so just something with an end that you can really mix in there, you know, get it really good. The third thing that you're going to need is oil-free moisturizer, and I'm using this one by Neutrogena, and it has SPF 15 in it. The next thing you're going to need is foundation. Here I'm using True Blend foundation, and I am number 1. I really hated this foundation, but I kept it for things like this. So if you have old makeup that you don't want to use, especially like foundation, always keep it because you never know what you can use it for. I'm kind of a pack rat, but still, I found something to use it for. So old foundations, save them because you make eyeshadow primers out of them. The third thing is going to be your favorite lotion, whatever you feel like doing. You want something that's semi-thick but not, I would say not a cream, more of just kind of like a body butter. And here I'm using Olay's Quench body lotion. I really like this because it has vitamin E in it and B3, and B vitamins are great because they have caffeine, which helps rejuvenate the skin. And so I'm using this, and it has sparkles in it, and what girl doesn't love sparkles? Well, every girl should love sparkles, but the thing is it's super unnoticeable unless you're in the light. So I really like it because it almost makes your eyeshadow primer like a paint pot from matte. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but I just really like the nice sheen that it gives to it. So the first thing that you're going to do is, using your hard surface, you are going to grab your moisturizer, and you're just going to take 1 pump or 2 pumps. 2.5 depending on which pump you use, but about that much of it. Then you are going to take your foundation. I'm doing about 4 pumps. As you can see, it's that lighter color. Then I'm going to take a minimal amount of my Olay Quench. Okay, as you can see, it's that big blob up there, so just a little bit. And then you're going to mix it around. So you're just going to mix. And make sure that it doesn't have any of those bumps like at all in it. That shouldn't happen. So I'm showing you what not to do. So you're just going to keep mixing until you have everything mixed in. And sometimes you need to take a spoon if your lotion is going to be too thick. You can just take a spoon and like squish it down. This looks pretty good. It's okay if there's a couple bumps, but you just don't want many because when you put it on, that it's going to have a huge chunk of lotion on your eye. And by the way, you are going to use not even that much on each eye. Like, that's almost too much. You're going to use, this is going to last you forever because you don't have to use a lot of it. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your new primer. I usually just take it, load it up on my little thing, and then scrape it into a container. Now, I got my containers right here. These I got at Michael's, and they were really expensive. They're about $5.99. They come in 3 different sizes. This is the smallest. I also make my own lip glosses, too. So I really like to keep my lip gloss in here. And then they have a medium one, which is about that big, and then we have a big one. I haven't really found anything for those yet, but I'm just saving them because I'm a pack rat. And so what's going to happen, it's going to start out super like milky, and then it's going to get really hard and almost clump to the edges. I don't know if you could see it. See, that start to clump to the edges. I've used a lot of this, but it's going to get hard overnight. It's really good if you actually put it in your freezer or refrigerator, and then it's cold and you put it on in the morning, and it'll help reduce the puffiness of your eyes if it's cold first. So yeah, that's your very own primer. Super easy. If you want to try something a little fun or a little daring, feel free to put a pigment in it. And what a pigment is just loose powder. I really like Bare Minerals eyeshadows because they're loose powders for this. And take like a sparkly eyeshadow, and you can stick some of those sparkles in there, and it makes the prettiest color. So it's almost like a cream eyeshadow too. Also, if you wanted to make your cream eyeshadows, just take your moisturizer and a little thicker of a body butter, and then mix in your eyeshadow, and that is almost going to be like your very own cream eyeshadow. But it will crease, that's the only thing. So I'm working on something I can do to make it not crease. But yes, you have just made your very own primer. Feel free to use it, and this works just as good as Too Faced Shadow Insurance and Urban Decay Primer Potion. Now you might have to play around with how much you put in each of them, of the different products. I know for me, I just use 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, but people with dry skin may be able to use more moisturizer. People with really oily skin use more foundation, just depending how your skin is. So really just experiment, see how it works with your skin, add more, add less, whatever you guys want. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!